Welcome to the Traditional Bow Hunting and Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkoviak. This is part 2 of my bow fishing boat. I have it done and water ready. And I'm going to take you and show you a few of the things that I didn't show you in the first one. I didn't have it completed at the time. And now I do. So I'm going to take you and show you some of the rest of it. This is, you see it right here. This is what it looks like ready to fish. She is all set, ready to go. As soon as I can get her out on the water, she is going on the water. Fish barrels in there, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to take you over and show you all these things I didn't show you in the first video. Now, first off, for that fish barrel, I use a 55-gallon drum, a plastic drum. I got it free from a car wash. It didn't need it no more. I just went and asked them. I cut the top of it off. You can see those tie-down straps that are all hanging there. Those will all go to the four corners. I have a corner over here and tie down that C-clamp that's over there in that corner, and I have two more behind here, and I will go from here over and from here over, and it will stabilize that for when I'm driving down the road, so it just makes it real easy. But that's where that fish bucket will sit when I'm trailering it. When I'm actually bow fishing, we will slide that barrel right up so it's almost right between these two stools, so we don't have to ever come off the deck. It just makes life easier. But for traveling wise, that's where that pretty much sits at. Alright, now in the boat here you can see that spring system I have underneath each of those stools, holds those perfect. They are mounted down, they don't move, they don't wiggle, they don't nothing, and that keeps them right there. But if I want to move them, all I got to do is reach under there and disconnect those springs and pull them right out of there. Makes life really easy. I added this, I'm calling it a Joe seat, because I wasn't going to put seats on here, but my buddy Joe, he has bad knees, and you know, after 4 or 5 hours of fishing up there, he starts to get sore and starts whining like a little girl. So I told him I would put a seat on there. So I actually put this seat right on there, so it makes it nice, simple, just kind of a leaner seat for him. I actually like it a lot, but I probably won't put two of them on because it kind of gets in the way of this step right here. So I'll probably just leave it as one right there, so you can still use that step, and you have this one over here, so it's not too bad. So I'll probably leave it there just all the time for somebody who wants to take a break for a minute, but it, you know, just a functional little seat. Now there you can see where I got my net mounted. It's just bungee corded there. It sticks down there and stands right there, but it's nice. We get into some really big fish here sometimes, and can get kind of tricky to land them, especially with the kids in their boat, so that net comes in real handy, so that it's real quick and easy to pull out and use. You will see the cord coming out of the hatch here, going across. It's brand new. I just unrolled it, so it's still pretty stiff. That will eventually lay down nice and flat, but goes right to the generator. The generator I'm using this year is a 4,500 watt 3650 Champion generator. My last one was a 3,500 watt 4,000, was a great one. This one was the same price. Thought I'd try it. It's a fantastic generator. One thing I really like about it too is it is rear exhaust, meaning that the exhaust is back here on the back side right there. So it's not, my other one, the exhaust came out the side where I wouldn't be able to have it like this because that side of that bench would make it too hot. It would, you know, it would probably, you know, it'd probably not enough exhaust flow for the generator. I'd have to move it to a different position. This one allows me to put it right there. I like it. It's about the same size, same everything. Nice little generator. And a great little setup on there. Now at the back of the boat back here, I have this completely done and set up. Basically what you're seeing there is I have two group 31 batteries on each side. I have two over here, right down here, and I got those two over there. These two are linked together so that they work as a 24 volt system. These two are linked together as a 24 volt system. Both of these go into that battery switch right there. So I can run this set first, and then when that set starts to get low, switch over to the other set by turning that knob, or I can let it drain both of them equally. It gives me a lot of flexibility. And then my electronics, the rest of my electronics are running off of just that battery as a 12 volt battery. So it's a 24 system, or just, and it's also running as only a 12 volt, and it's a 24 volt system there. My gas tank for my actual boat motor, and then that is my spare gas can, 2-gallon gas can for my generator. So if I start to run low on my generator, that gives me more options to put more gas in and keep fishing for the night. Now something else I want to show you guys, for any of you guys that are using 400 watt HPS lights like I got on here, this is a little system I came up with, works real good. This is a gun case. I'll spin it here so you can actually read it if you want to get one, but it is a 2-pistol handgun case from MTM Case Guards. I think they don't give you the dimensions, but it's model number 809, just so you know as far as the fit wise. But this thing here, what's nice about this is I throw this right up under my deck. So it's going to fit right in that hatch and just get thrown up in there and bounce around with everything else. But what's nice is I am using it as being able to hold 3 spare bulbs. I only have 2 of them in there right now because my third one, I have my other spare in a light right now. I'm switching it up and my other one's on order. But you can see I just kind of notched out that foam right there. Just took a razor blade and cut out these humps so that they sat in their own individual little grooved areas. But I can get 3 bulbs in that case. They're completely protected and safe, and I can just throw this whole case right under my deck and not worry about it. Right up under there, I got my arrow tube under there, life jackets, I got everything. That's all set. I got a little tool case right in there. I don't even know if you can see it, but bag with tools, all my accessories, everything's up under there and set and ready to go. I will show you some other things here in one sec. Now also in each one of these corners I have that white strip right there and that white strip right there. Those are my interior lights. Now this camera will change when I fluctuate it, so it's kind of, as soon as it's auto mode. I don't have any manual mode on this camera to be able to show you where I can keep it there, but you can see when I hit that switch for them right here, they come on. Those light up the whole inside of this boat, make it really nice. Turn those off. I got up on the front, I don't know if you can see them on there, that you probably can't from here, but I got the 2 marker lights on there. Switch is mounted right up front, makes life really short and easy to be able to just hit that and not worry about it. Now over here on this bench sheet, don't pay attention to any of that stuff. They're my 2 chargers that charge all 4 of these batteries. I'm going to hook them back up when I'm done. I disconnected them so that you could see what was what without all the extra wires and the charger sitting there, but that's what that stuff is there. Now back here, a couple other things that I've done. Let me actually grab this light so that I can show you a little easier. Because like I said, it's kind of dark in here, but we have, like I said, we got the gas cans, all that stuff there. I got extra quart of oil, bilge pumps all set. Those batteries, each of these batteries have a blue ratchet strap going around holding them, so they're not going to move on me. And they're also sitting, you can see down there, they're sitting on some hydroturf, just to keep them from slipping and sliding around. I also made a couple little wood brackets you can see back there that just wedge against them and keep those from moving or bouncing all over. Just keeps the batteries nice and tight. You'll see that flashlight that's just mounted right there. That's an 800 lumen Eagle Tac 2 cell CR123. That's a 850 lumens actually. Very powerful light. I keep it right there for a couple reasons. That way when I'm standing here driving, I can grab that light. I can use it to try and find a canal or a channel off to the side when I'm not running my main lights and we're wiggling through by houses. Just makes life easier. If somebody's hat blows off when we're driving or something gets dropped over, it's nice to be able to real quickly reach over, grab that light, turn it on, and have a very powerful light. Almost like a spotlight type setup to be able to find that kind of stuff. So it's just handy, simple, and easy right there for that. I have all my haul lines are right there, my tow lines and my dock lines and stuff sitting in there, make it real easy. Let me shut this off, set this here for a second. We have switches over here. We got the switch panel here. This one here is basically firing up that middle one right there. We turn that on. That is my LED. See that LED? That's that stern light LED that pops up. I love that light. Great little setup. That's for that switch. This switch here turns on my bilge pump. This one right here, when I hit this one, it fires up my LEDs on the front, which if you look up there, you can see them lighting up the front of the garage door. Again, this camera kind of dims out when it sees the lights, but those are pretty bright, powerful lights that are running over there on the front for driving lights, which makes it pretty nice. Turn that switch back off there. And then over here, as far as the electronics wise, one of the things I was telling you about that I really liked about this Garmin unit is that on here I have a setting. If I go to menu and I go to pages and I go to numbers, I love this feature right here. You can see, I think you can see how big. Now it'll show depth at the top. Right now in the garage it won't show any, but see how it shows the depth and the water temperature and then the voltage. But those two numbers right there being displayed that big on that whole screen makes my life real easy. When I turn this up and I angle it towards the front, I can see the depth really good and I can see water temperature really good. That's the main reason that I bought this unit, were just for those features. Everything else it does, I don't care about even a little bit. So it makes it really nice set up there. Here I added 2 arrow holders just so they're quick and simple. All those are piggybackers from for traditional bow hunting quivers. They're a piggybacker. I cut them in half and then glued each half there, one half at each end, to hold those arrows. That keeps them right there out of the way. Very simple, quick and easy to get to if I need them, but also out of the way. But instead of having to go under the deck and get my arrow tube, which is that white tube that you see shining under there, that's a PVC tube filled with another 7 fishing arrows. But instead of having to crawl under there, if I lose an arrow real quick, I can just come back here, grab one, and get right back in the game. Makes it fast and easy. There's my gaff right there. It just happened to fit in there perfectly on its own, so I didn't mess with it. All it is just stuck right in. Just fits right behind that seat, but makes life real easy. You just kind of, you know, like I said, it fit there perfect, so I didn't have to mount nothing, and just stuck it there. Got to have bug spray. Always have bug spray. I got one there, and I got 3 more under the deck in a toolkit over there, but got to have that when you're out there bow fishing. Now here you can also see where I have that cable that I had bolted right into the thing. You can see I got it locked up to my generator. Makes it nice. Nobody can steal that generator when I'm at a restaurant or something like that. Just keeps it locked and secure. I also have the same lock right down there locking my motor, so nobody can steal my motor on me. And I have the other one of these 3-pack of same keyed locks. I got another one locking my spare tire on my trailer, so nobody can take off with that. Makes life, you know, just a little more security, and you know, makes you feel good when you can't see your boat while you're at a restaurant or something. Now the lights, they are all mounted, they are done, they are ready. You can see I got a little bit of RTV seal on each of the bulbs there. Keeps them from coming unthreaded or bouncing around. I did that to every one of them, makes it kind of nice. I'm not going to fire these lights up today and show them to you, because again, this camera just defeats the purpose. How as soon as something gets bright, you know, if I aim it at that light, everything else dims out. It's just the way it works. So it's not worth firing them up here in the garage, but as soon as I get the boat on the water, I will make a point of actually showing you guys what those lights are like, because they're insane. They're just incredibly bright, amazing. But I don't want to do it, like I said, now you won't get the full effect of it. So I'll do it when they're on the actual water. Now here's the beauty of that stern light. I have the stern light here in the up position. You can see it up there. I got it turned on. As you're out there bow fishing, because of this ram mount and this setup, if you were to hit a tree branch, as you were going and that tree branch came in and hit this, you can watch that ram mount. See how it just pushes that right back like that? And it lets that lay down just like that without breaking it. So it's not like you're going to bust those rods like we do all the time. And this fiberglass rod is basically indestructible on every level. You can't hurt it. You're not gonna make that light go out. There's guys that are smashing this thing against all kinds of stuff in the videos if you look them up and watch them. But then all you do is lean it back up like that. Makes it sweet, simple, and functional. It's one of the best stern lights I've ever seen. I'm just really excited about it. Okay, for this I want to show you something kind of cool that I found at Backwater Bowfishing. They had one, so I bought one for myself. I bought a couple of them for my wife and kids and stuff we're going to play with this year. But you can see that arrow there is a green arrow on the top. That bottom one looks like a white arrow. It's actually not. That bottom arrow that's on there is actually a glow-in-the-dark bow fishing arrow. And keep in mind, we're bow fishing at night, where we're going to have lights up on the front of the boat and stuff like that too, which will keep that charged. But when I turn this light off, look, you can see that glow-in-the-dark arrow shaft there, that's pretty cool. I'm kind of excited about it. I think it'll be pretty neat to test out and try. Looks like a white one during the day, just like that. But you can see, like I said, you hit it with any kind of light for a second, and it glows in the dark. So that'll be pretty fun to experiment with this year. Well, there you have it. That is officially my bow fishing boat for this year and many years to come. It is all done. It is ready. Only thing I still have to do is change the oil and the lower gear lube on the motor. And she's set and ready, and I'm not probably going to do that for probably another 4 or 5 days. I'll do it once my hoses are still frozen. Once they thaw out and I can get outside and hook up the water muffs to the motor, then I'll get that done. But other than that, we're just waiting for ice to melt and then get it out there. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, it's Jason Samkowiak, Traditional Bow Hunting and Wilderness Podcast. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon. All right, bye.